What's going on, EDC people, and what's our journey today? Well, it's going to be a little bit different than normal. I'm actually going to be talking about Fenix flashlights. I have two different models here that I'm going to compare. They're very different, but these are the two I have, and I'm going to show you them. We have the Fenix LD30 and the Fenix PD36R, which happens to be the higher end one, which I've had longer. This one is the one that was on me when I took my fall and broke my leg, as you can see. So this is the intro to that video. Here's the two I almost said knives, but EDC flashlights. You can kind of gauge the size based on my hand, an average size hand I'd say. The LD30 is much more, I'd like to say, EDCable daily. The PD36R is beautiful, but a little bit large to carry on a daily basis, that's all. But I do love that it's the rechargeable USB-C, and it's accessible from the outside. Meaning, when I say the outside, that like this, you can pull this open, and I believe it's like IP6 grade, waterproof, and dustproof. It's got that drop proof, whatever, you know, all those, because they're aluminum chassis. Let's see what comes with them. I don't have the boxes handy, but I do have the manuals from the LD30. So you do get a manual with each one. This particular one says ultra compact outdoor flashlight with high output, which it does have, 1600 lumens. I believe the PD36R is also 1600 lumens, but it's going to be a different throw and spread, maybe even warmth or coldness, perhaps. We'll see as we go through the video, but my point is that the lumens are the same, however, they're going to show up differently. Okay, back to the point. Let's see, you get a warranty card, and you get a little card with some of the other models. For example, here's the PD36R, which is this particular one right here. Max output, see here, 1600 lumens, USB Type-C fast charging, dual switch operation, meaning the tail switch and the this thing here. And then it gives 283 meters beam distance and a 5000 milliamp rechargeable lithium-ion battery included. I believe the LD30 is a 3500 milliamp rechargeable battery, but you do unscrew it. Okay, and take the battery out, and you really should get the ones that come with the battery, in my opinion. Yeah, 3500 milliamps, because then the battery activator and battery charge status indicator light works. It works together. So anyways, back to my point, the LD30 battery, you unscrew the cap, take it out, and you plug in a micro USB, or I believe that's whatever that's called, you know, the typical USB to charge it. And then you just put it back in when you're done. It also comes with a lanyard. Each of them come with their, a lanyard. Very simple. Where did I put it? Right here. Both of them come with a simple lanyard. Both of them come with a belt loop Velcro case. Very nice. They also come with a spare ring for the water seal. So that's very cool. I don't use the belt slip or whatever right now in case, so I tuck my extra loop O-ring in there, and I keep that aside. Same with the lanyard, actually. So that's the two flashlights in a nutshell, and the stats of them basically. Now I'm going to throw some pictures, or not pictures, but videos up of some comparisons I did last night, and we'll come back. What's going on, guys? I know it's very dark and you probably can't see anything besides the distant fire that's going on in the backyard. I don't even think you can see the Fenix, I think it's the LD30 model that's in front of the camera right now. I'm gonna put it on it's on just eco mode or whatever right now. You can see the grass right in front of me. It's just, that's the lowest setting and it's dark. So I'm just trying to give you an idea. I'm not sure if you can see the silhouette of the flashlight here. So let me shut it off and turn it back on again so I can show you that that's the tail button. Here's the side button. You can see the solid green. My thumb just went over it. Solid green means it's nearly fully charged. That button also cycles through the modes. So I'm gonna pan up here a little bit, and then I'm gonna go to the second highest. You can see down a little further now. The third mode. The fourth mode. Let's see if you can see the flashlight better now. On the fourth mode, kind of. You can see the smoke, the beam in the smoke. And then I believe the fifth mode is the final and turbo. Okay, and that's very bright for this little flashlight in my hand. And then I believe if you hold the side button, it'll do its flash, it'll do strobe, it'll do SOS. Like that. 1, 2, 3, that's SOS, and I'm just going to shut it off with the tail. Whoop! It remembers the last setting you were on. I was on turbo. I'm going to go back to eco, turn it off, turn it back on. Okay, so if I just not press the tail button all the way, but touch, hold it slightly, it'll do like a tactical mode where I'm holding it from behind, and I can do a quick on and off. Or you can click it fully and turn it on, and once again, look, there's the battery indicator, and you can cycle through the 5 modes plus the strobes and stuff. I won't do the strobes again just in case anyone's epileptic or anything. Now we're looking at the Fenix PD36R, and the R on the models with Fenix is for what means it's rechargeable. This particular model is USB-C rechargeable from the outside, meaning you don't need to take the battery out. On the previous one, the LD30, it's rechargeable, but you have to unscrew the the thing, take the battery out, and plug it in directly. Now, I'm going to turn it on. It's on eco mode. This is the same as the LD30 as far as lumens it says, but this is the bigger model. So this is the eco mode. And I'm going to shut it off, turn it back on to show you the battery indicator, which is under my thumb. Let me try that again. Where is it? There it is. So you can see that it was on full. I'm going to go from eco to the second setting, third setting, fourth setting, fifth setting. This is the PD36R. It's larger than the LD30, but it's supposedly the same lumens. I noticed slightly that it seems a little brighter, that it has a more direct bullseye in the center, as opposed to a more flooded look, I guess I could say. I'm not really, I'm new to flashlights, guys, so bear with me as I use this terminology. You can see the battery level indicator, and that's it. I wanted to show you the comparison between the two. I will do a clip of both next to each other to show you the difference between the two on each 5 settings. Like the LD30, this one also strobes and does the SOS. So that again was the PD36R. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, the final kind of dark clip. I have the LD30, the smaller one, in my right hand, so that should appear on the right side of your screen, and the PD36R, the larger one, on the left side. I'm going to start them both off in the eco mode. Again, these are both labeled as the same for each setting, but there is a slight difference. You can see on the left, the PD36R is slightly brighter, or so it seems, at least to me. Now I'm going to try to find the button. Okay, there's that one. Okay. So, PD36R is shaking, LD30 is now shaking. Okay, good. Let's go up a setting. One. You see, this is the PD36R on setting 2. LD30 on setting 2. Three. Four. And 5. This is turbo. I'm not going to do the strobes. You can clearly see that the PD36R is slightly brighter. Has a slightly brighter center point. Here's down and away. And here's this one. Okay? Both again on Eco. I really do like Fenix flashlights. If you use their batteries, the battery level indicator is very cool, as well as the cycling, the memory of where it was, meaning I go back to Eco each time because I like to start in Eco. I really enjoy the aluminum casing. The PD36R was on me when I fell down and broke my leg, so it did, you know, it took a good fall with me, and it does have the scratches and bumps to prove it, but it still operates amazingly. And they're both whatever, like IP6 or whatever for waterproofness and dustproofness. So they have gasket rings, and an extra ring comes with it, each one. Right now I'm holding the Fenix LD30, the smaller of the two I'm comparing. I'm turning it on in Eco mode. I'm going to show you it up on a tree in the distance. This is on Eco, so let me go through the setting Eco to setting 2, to 3, to 4, and 5, the highest setting. Again, this is the LD30, down to Eco. I'm going to shut it off. I'm going to switch to the PD36R. This is Eco. You can see it's a little brighter. I really think it is. Where's the button? There it is. I almost wish the button would have a little light outline or something so you could see it. Anyways, going from Eco to setting 2, 3, 4, and 5. Back down to Eco. Okay, welcome back to real time. So you saw in those clips that the LD30, while smaller, was still nearly just as bright, but it was more of a concentrated spotlight versus this, the PD36R, which did have kind of like a bullseye, but it had a wider spread. Now, realize as I'm saying this, guys, that I am not a flashlight reviewer. I don't I don't know all the right terms, spread and depth, whatever. I'm just showing you the flashlights that I have, that I've compared and used, that are nice and high, I say high end, or in comparison to say like Olight or through night, etc. I do like the LD30's bezel for both the secondary active, the cycle switch and battery indicator light button, and bezel on the lens. I think that the black and the copper look, or brass or whatever, look really sharp. That is the same look here. Unfortunately, as it took a little beating, but it does prove that it can take a good fall, because it's just as good as it is new, but it took a heavy fall with me. So anyways, if you're still with me here, hit thumbs up. I'm trying to get to 500 subscribers before the summer's over, at least. So if you do like my video and my content, hit the thumbs up button and consider subscribing. And here's TPK's logo, which is much more enjoyable than mine. And back to the two flashlights. Okay, so what do you guys think about these? Let me know down below. Do you prefer the smaller size of this, or do you go for the full out size? You know, which one do you prefer for considering? Now this is about $75 for the LD30, and it's about, I want to say it's $99 for the PD36R, roughly. So it's about $75 and $100. Those are the two price points you're looking at, which, all things considered, I consider them in the same ballpark price. So if that's the case, what one do you guys like? I'm trying to find something so you can gauge the size. Let me put out a, I'll put out a knife. Here is a Rough Rider, the Carbon Series Half Hawk, just to kind of gauge. You know what else would be a handy tool to show you? Use a PM2. And I'll try to, oops, and of course, there. So they're kind of basically lined up at the tail. You can see the size in general now. So all things considered, do you guys prefer the smaller LD30 or the larger PD36R? The LD30 manual I have on me. It's very handy. You can pause and take a look at this if you need some instructions or need any help on how I explained it on those videos in the dark. As far as the cycle goes, you press the cycle button to go from eco to low to medium to high, turbo, and back to eco. That's single click. But it's also a battery level indicator, meaning when you press the button, you see the green solid light, means that it's basically fully charged. It shuts back off. I kind of wish there was some kind of an outline so in the dark you could find that button easy to turn through the cycle. Here you can see during the daytime, this is the eco setting on the PD36R, kind of what it looks like. And I'll go to the side here, there we go. And I'm gonna go from eco and through the settings now. Setting 2, 3, 4, and 5. Okay. Now I'll do the same with the LD30 and we'll wrap this up. Here's the eco setting on the LD30. I'm going to show you the button or the battery indicator level, so we know it is basically a full battery. It's on eco mode. I always try to leave it on eco mode when I stop, so that when I turn it on, it's back on eco mode because it remembers. It also, they have, you know, they monitor the heat. If you get the correct Fenix batteries, if it gets too hot, they'll shut off or they'll turn down, etc. Anyways, here's the eco setting to level 2, 3, and I'm just moving it around, 4, and 5. I feel like the LD30 might be a little bit warmer, but maybe I'm wrong. Back to eco. And I'm just going to compare the two side by side. I have the PD36R here on the left, the LD30 on the right. This is the eco setting. If I can get my, there we go. So you can see the PD36R is a little more like dense, bright, I guess, and the LD30 is a little more of like a spready. Does that make sense? I'm going to go to setting 2 on each one, 3, 4, and 5. Back to eco, which is just the PD36R. This is just the LD30. Okay? Those are my examples. So, like I was saying, all things considered, what do you guys think about these lights? What do you think about Fenix? And do you think, what old lights or other models do you think that these directly compare to, these two models? Which do you prefer and which would you carry? And is there a different one that you think is better from Fenix? Let me know everything down below. I'm curious. And if you like this video, once again, please hit thumbs up and consider subscribing. This is my first time doing a flashlight video, so bear with me if I don't know the correct terms, guys. Don't crucify me quite yet. I'm still learning. And I'm trying to develop all my, expand on my EDC gear in my journey here. So this is my first flashlight video, and I'm just showing you the two flashlights I have that I can compare. Have a great day. I'll talk to you later in the next video. Thanks for watching my video, guys. I just wanted to let you know that Fenix in no way sponsored or represented themselves in this video. These are two flashlights that I own, purchased myself. This is not a paid advertisement in any way whatsoever.